Hello everyone, welcome back. It is a beautiful day out here in Phoenix, Arizona today. And essentially, this is a no cool call. I want to show you how to diagnose a compressor in case you don't know how. So I arrive, breaker was not tripped. Typically that's one of the things that it does, but it was not. So I got up on the roof. One of the fuses was bad, right? So one of the fuses in there was bad. I replaced it. There was still power coming up from the house. Okay, there was still power, 240 coming up from the house. And as soon as I put the new fuses in, reconnected it, I immediately heard it trip the breaker. So I then put my leads on my disconnect, right, coming up from the house. I set it to 600 volts or less, and then I went between the two legs coming up from the house. I don't know if you can see that, it's on there, and I have 0 volts. So I immediately knew that something tripped the breaker. So now you take the plug off with the disconnect's obviously off, but you take the plug off of here, off of the compressor, and which is this plug right here, and then you pretty much, this ICP, this unit doesn't make it easy on you. They put the 3, your run, common, and your start from the plug in the back of the compressor, so it's gonna be a little hard to see. But the first thing I like to do is we check it to ground. Okay, so we put it on continuity because we want to see if it's grounded, if it's if it's going to ground, which is why it's tripping the breaker. That's called a grounded compressor. So we put it on continuity, and then see, this is the way you test it. You got continuity, okay? And then you go to any ground. You can really just go to the frame of the AC. You just put your one of your leads here on pretty much just the unit, the frame of the unit, and then the other on. It's gonna be really hard to do with holding the phone. I'm using my GoPro. I should be using my GoPro, but I didn't. So come on, there we go. Okay, so there it is. I'm doing my best to hold it with one hand. Okay, let's see if I can get that on there. So I'm touching one of the legs of that compressor. Hopefully you can see that. And it's beeping, right? So it means there's continuity between the compressor and the ground of the AC, or the frame of the AC. And there's not supposed to be any. It's not supposed to be. There's not supposed to be. This is a scroll compressor, so the scroll inside, it's supposed to, when it turns, it's not supposed to touch the frame at all. There's supposed to be minimal clearance between the scroll inside spinning and this frame. So what happened is, somehow, for whatever reason, now that scroll is touching this shell, or it's touching something that in part is bolted down to the frame of the AC, and which those bolts are connected to the frame, which is connected to the ground of the breaker. So that is how you diagnose a grounded compressor. Let me know if you found this useful. Like and subscribe. Thank you. We'll see you on the next one.